Good morning. Thursday morning. Had my hair cut, as you can see. Not exactly thrilled with it. I like it. It's a blunt bob, which is what I wanted, but she didn't cut my fringe. I had to do that. And I hope it's straight. And I just wasn't impressed with it overall. I had my beautiful coat on that cost a lot of money some years ago, and it's got two little holes in the back. I don't know what they are, but anyway, when she went to get my coat, she was a long time. She'd already said, "Oh, I love that coat, love that colour," and it's reversible. She'd been trying my coat on in the back room, the hairdresser, because when she came out and handed it to me, one of the staff said, "Oh, it looked good on her," and I said, "Did it?" I said, "It's probably a bit small for her," which it would have been, but a bit of a cheek, don't you think? So I'll come on to show you my hair. I haven't got lights on when I'm looking. I haven't got lights on, and unprepared. So I'm going to go and do a cup of tea and pause this, and I'll be back to finish off. I'm back. Moved around a little bit. Hope you can see me a little bit better, and I'm sitting down now. I've got my second cup of tea, or cup of cha, as my mother used to call it. Cup of cha. I need to do some Parkinson's videos instead of these chatty ones all the time, because that's really what my channel was to be about our journey, how Alfie copes, how well he copes, that there is hope, how we cope, how I cope, and the heartache in between. And I need to do some of those videos. I just really got sidetracked over a period of time, really, because of people saying things and making me feel that I didn't want to put my husband in any line of fire. It shouldn't happen anyway. Christina Kyle has been making comments about your dying husband is not dying. How dare you, you disgusting woman. Anybody who follows her really needs to look into their heart and ask themselves why they follow her. If you want drama, you can watch it without subscribing, and she's certainly going to give you that. And then there was another one, you know who you are. She come on and say to me, the day I shared my medication, why don't you and Alfie just crawl into a grave and die? Before you do so, drink a bottle of Oromorph to help hasten the procedure. And she didn't use words like that. She's not intelligent enough, but that's what she said. You people are the reason that I'm not putting out a lot of stuff that would maybe help others, and I'm not going to allow it to continue to happen. My channel is my channel, and I will use it as a platform to educate people about Parkinson's disease, and specifically about Lewy body dementia. They're two separate diseases. You can have Parkinson's without the Lewy bodies. you can have dementia without having Parkinson's, unfortunately. My darling husband has both. In regards to Alfie's move, being told that there's a possibility that if they're moving, and it's going to be exactly the same room, sort of room, the same size, the same, you know, looking out the window, it's all the same sort of room, he's going to notice no difference, except it's going to be less cluttered, because we're going to declutter his room anyway. So that's not going to make a difference to Alfie. Yes, the garden's in front and he can have a bird table outside. He hasn't got that where he is, but I can always get a bird table and put it outside of his window. He's got his own decent curtains up, and I can buy some more better blinds. As for the lounge area and the kitchen, it's larger, much larger, where he would be moving to. But then I think there's maybe more residents. I'm not sure, that's a question I need to ask. The garden. Yes, Alfie can get out into the garden now. Excuse me, I'm going to have to go to the doctor about his allergies, or whatever it is. Alfie will be able to get out into the garden, you know, if somebody takes him in his wheelchair and stuff. But the garden's smaller than where he is. It's beautiful, but smaller. The main thing with this move, the reason I wanted it for Alfie, or want it for Alfie, is because it's calmer over there. The people aren't suffering from dementia. They have all got physical disability. It's not for dementia patients. So Alfie's not going to have people wandering in his room as they do. He's not going to be at risk when somebody's agitated, of them throwing things around, which has happened. And it's going to be calmer altogether, which is why I wanted it for Alfie. But if it means he's going to lose his continuing health care, it's not going to happen. You know, Alfie will remain where he is. We will do what we were going to do anyway, which was declutter, redecorate, and put a bird table outside of his window, blah, blah, blah. All the staff know him where he is, and they've all said how much they're going to miss Alfie. And when I've asked a couple of the nurses, what do you think it's a good move? A couple of them have said, well, yes, really, for Alfie's sake, it's going to be calmer. And some of them have said they're not too sure, and everybody's used to Alfie where he is, and he's used to them. So, you know, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, but the thing that's going to sway it is the continuing health care. If it's going to be lost, then the move won't happen. Simple as that. And I don't think that it should have even been mentioned to us, really, if that hadn't, without that being checked out first. It's just putting additional pressure on me, having fought so long for this continuing health care and being ill over it eventually and ending up in debt that's now been paid off. But, you know, I could have lost my house. Life insurance policy was lost. All sorts of stuff went on when they took Alfie's money at source to pay for his health care. Now he needs that health care. He's never going to get any better. He's going to get progressively worse, obviously. So they should be looking at the person in regards to that assessment for continuing health care, and not the room he's inhabiting, which is exactly the same damn room, really, same size and everything. So I can't see it being a problem. We've just been made aware that it might be, and so I've stepped back and have convinced myself that if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. To move. Either way, Alfie's going to be comfortable, he's going to be cared for, he's going to get the best of everything, and I will continue to be there every day. It's not going to make the slightest difference to any of that. So we'll just have to wait and see. As I say, the nasty pieces of work on here who said vile things about my husband, he's nothing to do with anything. Have a go at me by all means if you don't like me. You know, everybody can't be everybody's cup of tea, but you don't post hateful comments like crawl into a grave with Alfie and drink a bottle of Oromorph before you do. What sort of comment is that? And Christina Kyle continuously hammers at my husband, and then she's complaining to the CKCH group about having mentioned her parents or a sister-in-law going on there and mentioning her parents, not in a derogatory way, just mentioning them, and putting a few facts out there, or conjecture. But it's all right for you to say things about my husband, Chrissy. Nobody can say anything about your family. Otherwise you're going to get the police department, the Brevard Police Department, who all know you and who are all your friends. Oh dear. Really, delusions of grandeur. Nobody believes you. We all know you're a liar. So anyway, I will be back later. I'm waiting for a parcel. Something for Alfie, but something also for my youngest son, whose birthday is going to be next week. And it's a special birthday for him. I won't give out his age or any details because he might tell me off. So I've got him something special anyway, and of his dad and myself. He's a good lad. They're all good kids. They really are. The other thing, just before I go, you all know the Woodwick candles that I like, that I light, and I have lit behind my screen so you can hear them crackling when I'm talking. Well, oh, this hip, oh my goodness. Well, I thought what a waste really to throw the candle holder, the glass holder away. So what I've done, I'm washing them out, and look, they come up quite nicely, and they're quite thick, you know. They come up quite nicely. I'll give that another wash and a polish up. And they're useful for flowers. So that's what I'm doing with the Woodwick candle holders. Waste not, want not, as Mummy used to say. Mummy was a typical Irish woman, lady, who didn't want to waste anything. She was a real homebody, really, and cooked the most fantastic meals. But she'd stand no nonsense, you know, what she cooked you ate or you went without, or you went into the larder and you got yourself a jam sandwich, or even, you know, the lard off the meat. When I used to eat meat, I was a little girl, wasn't I? And you used to wallop that on a slice of bread with salt and eat it that way. Ugh! Abhorrent to me now. Oh my God. And Thursday, I remember, with Mum, is a day that I wouldn't eat because she used to cook tripe. Tripe and onions, white stuff. Oh, I can almost smell it now. Tripe and onions, I would not eat that. I wouldn't eat it. I would eat, I'd go and get myself bread and jam or bread and this lardy stuff with the residue of whatever meat she'd cooked the previous day, and spread it on with lots of salt. I'd also, as my dessert, get a tin of, she knew it was me, a tin of, call it cocoa, not coke, a drinking chocolate, which was already sugared. And I used to love that, and I was a horrible child, really. It's a wonder I wasn't like this. And I remember I used to get that tin occasionally and just eat it off the spoon, and it was all in my teeth. And there was a day that my mother came and she said, "Have you been at that drinking chocolate?" No, I haven't. And it was all round my mouth, it was everywhere. And of course, in those days, your parents could give you a good wallop and nothing would be said about it. I had a few of those, I can tell you. Anyway, I hopefully will be back later. A thought for the day, I don't know. Just have a good day. And it's Easter weekend, isn't it, this weekend? I don't know whether anybody gave up something for Lent. I didn't. I always used to, but I didn't. And coming from an Irish Catholic family, you know, all of the occasions, the days, saints' days, and Easter and Christmas, they were all really important in our calendar year. I remember being in the processions, the May procession for Queen of the May, Our Lady, Mary, and they used to carry the statue through the streets with her in her cream and blue robes, and as little girls we were all there dressed in our white dresses and veils. Do you know, I don't even think that they do that anymore. That's something that's been lost. Anyway, I might get back on here later. I'm coming straight back home from seeing Alfie again today. My hip hurts, and I've decided I'm going to cook something nice, so I'll be back later on. Okay, bye-bye.